Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1, 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm by my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chiefin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh sophomores,
High school champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening to everyone, and we welcome you to the RP Lumber Center in Edwardsville. My name is Todd Duke. Got a little K-Hawk hockey action for you tonight. It's our only game of the week. Boys and the girls basketball teams are busy playing in tournaments, so a very light week for yours truly. And then we'll pick it back up next week. What do you say we get things started with a little pregame coverage? And tonight's game, Collinsville and Bethalto hooking up as we welcome you into the pregame show brought to you by LC's Pub in Caseyville. Great food, great drinks, great service, all served up daily at LC's Pub in Caseyville. 605 North Main Street is where they are located in the wonderful town of Caseyville. You can give them a call for carry-out orders. LC's Pub, that number, 618-855-9007. Well, the Kahawks come into this contest 9-10 overall. They are sitting in fourth place in the Class 2A standings of the Mississippi Valley Club Hockey Association. Their head coach is Craig Duffy. He is into his fourth year as the head hockey coach for Collinsville and has a record of 27 wins, 41 losses, and 5 ties. And he's 18 points is where his team is sitting right now. Bethalto, they are 117 2-3. They are tied for last place in the Class 1A playoffs with East Alton Wood River. Both teams sitting there with 4 points, and Bethalto's head coach is Sean Albright. Well, the Kahawks come into tonight's game with a 2-1 record in their last 3 games, the last of which was a 6-1 loss at the hands of O'Fallon 1 week ago tonight, so they've been off all week too. Collinsville lost all 4 of their meetings with the Panthers this season, as O'Fallon remains atop the varsity 2A standings with their 17-1 record and start tonight 2 points behind Edwardsville with their 18-1 record. Each team has a loss, and each team has beaten the other team. Edwardsville's only loss is to O'Fallon. O'Fallon's only loss is to Edwardsville. Collinsville currently sits in 4th place with their 18 points, but it's a very precarious perch there. They are 1 point behind Freeburg Waterloo for 3rd place and 1 point ahead of both Vianney and Granite City with very little time left in the regular season. Collinsville has 4 games left with a makeup game at Granite City tomorrow night from the game that was called off back on January the 13th in the second period when a pane of glass was dislodged and couldn't be fixed. That game is due to be picked up right where it left off. That's tomorrow at 5:10 p.m. at Granite City, with Collinsville trailing 4-1 with just a little over 10 minutes left in the second period. Before the latest loss to O'Fallon, however, the Collinsville Kahawks have won back-to-back games. Those were over Columbia and Vianney. The Eagles, they picked up their first win of the season 1 week ago tonight when the 2 last-place teams in Class 1A met at the East Alton Ice Arena, and Bethalto and East Alton Wood River hooked up. The Eagles won 6-4 in that contest. In the 2 previous meetings between the teams, East Alton Wood River beat Bethalto 5-4. That was back in mid-November to give the Oilers their only win. That was before the 2 teams skated to a 5-5 tie in the first week of December. Before Thursday's win, the Eagles were being outscored by their opponents 116-43. In Thursday's win, Bethalto took a 2-1 lead after 1 period before East Alton Wood River returned the favor by outscoring the Eagles 2-1 in the second. As both teams entered the third period in a 3-3 tie, Bethalto then got the win when they outscored the Oilers 3-1 in the final frame to post that 6-4 win. Bethalto and Triad skated to a 2-2 tie back on Tuesday night at East Alton. That's the second tie between both Triad and Bethalto this season. Triad did beat the Eagles in their first meeting of the year, an 8-3 Knights win back on November 7th. And speaking of Triad, they just lost to Alton here in the game that just ended a little while ago. It was Alton's senior night, and they broke open a close game in the third period, did the Redbirds, with back-to-back goals. And they took a 6-5 lead and turned it into an 8-5 win. All right, we finish up our senior interviews here tonight as well. Had a chance a little while ago to catch up with Collinsville senior Tanner Bettis, and that conversation comes to you next as the LC's Pub pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahawk games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carry-out orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahawk fans' pub of choice.
And we welcome you back into the LC's Pub pregame show here on the Kahawk Sports Network. The only game we have for you this week, since the boys and the girls basketball teams are out of town. So how about a little Kahawk hockey for you as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the Eagles of Bethalto. We wrap up our senior interviews with number 27, Tanner Bettis, senior winger for the Kahawks, 3 years playing Kahawk hockey. All right, Tanner, thanks for joining us. Let's talk about your family. Tell me a little bit about your parents. You got any brothers or sisters? And don't leave out the pets.
Yes, sir. I grew up with I grew up with a dog, and every single year, we would always have animals coming out of the house. My sophomore year, I got 2 dogs. I got a pug and then a French bulldog. I grew up with a brother and 2 sisters, and we would go everywhere together. That was kind of my whole life, just with my sisters, really. I didn't get along with my brother. Me and him used to fight all the time. You know how that goes. And then my dad, I love my dad and my mom. Dad kind of, got me into the whole hockey thing. So me and him just bond over that. Mom tries to get me out of things. Dad's always hard on me. Same old natural deal. A lot of people have that.
Yep, I got 4 brothers and 4 sisters, so I know exactly where you're coming from on the sibling rivalry thing. All right, you said your dad got you started in hockey. How old were you when you started playing hockey?
I believe I started skating when I was 4 and then started learning to skate when I was 5. So.
All right, cool. You missed the 23-24 season with your guys here. Tell everybody where did you go? What would you do?
I went up to a prep school up in New Hampshire on the coast, and just I wanted the experience, and I thought it was best for me, and I'm glad I did. I had a great experience. I billeted with 10 other guys, and a lot of them from other countries, and 7 of them to be exact, and it was a really cool experience, and I just liked the atmosphere up there, always playing hockey. I skated like 3 times a day, loved it, and I decided to come back, graduate with my senior class, and just have fun.
All right, man. I have some stats for you here, and I still do. You're going to be playing in your 59th game as a Kahok varsity player tonight. 65 goals. That equals about 1.1 goal per game. You add in a 52 assists. That's 117 points. That's 2.02 points per game. So tell me what you think of those stats and what you've accomplished as a varsity player for Collinsville.
Obviously, as a hockey player, I always think I could do a little bit better, but those are some pretty good stats, and I'm glad that I can try to help lead the younger kids and show by example and play hard in these games, because a lot of kids, you don't realize it till you're almost done. I didn't realize it even my freshman and sophomore year, that I used to just not take it seriously, but it's it'll mean something to you later, and I try to tell the kids that play hard, get the team going, don't take it seriously. It really means something, because now I wish that my sophomore year, my freshman year, I would have took it more seriously and cherished those moments, because I can't ever have them back.
Yeah, I love watching you play, man. You got a lot of speed out there and a lot of work ethic. I can see that. All right, man, let's get to know you a little bit better. This is called my favorite things category. This is your favorite things. Favorite salty snack?
Potato chips.
Any flavor?
Just a plain Lay's go-to.
Yeah, it's a good backup there. All right, favorite sweet snack?
Probably a pastry of some sort. Cherry Danish.
Crudas, I'm going to guess, right? Yeah, there you go. All right, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, which one of those is your favorites?
I'm locking in dinner. Steak and potatoes.
Somebody cooking that for you, or you go out to eat?
I'm going out to eat. I can't cook.
All right, what is your favorite kind of music? What's your music genre, your favorite music?
Recently I've gotten to kind of the 90s, and I don't even know what genre that is, but I've just been really into it. My parents' music out of nowhere, but I guess rock music.
So you're talking about grunge or alternative rock?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got a little Pearl Jam, a little Soundgarden, and Stone Temple Pilots and stuff like that?
Things like the Cranberries and Nirvana, those guys.
All right, movies, TV, or books, which one of those 3 is your favorite?
I'm going to go... I don't watch a lot of movies, but I'm going to lock in movies. I always say I don't want to watch them, and then every time I watch it, I love it. So I'm going movies.
You have a favorite movie?
Jordan Belford. I think that's Wolf of Wall Street. That's the name.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right, things to do. Let's take sports out of the equation. Let's take hockey out of the equation. Let's take school out of the equation. What would we find Tanner Bettis doing?
During the summer, I love to golf and get the swing. I'm not good at all, but I love to go golfing.
I do too, and I still am not very good at it myself. All right, let's talk about school. What is your least favorite subject in school?
My U.S. history class.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That was my favorite. What is your favorite class in school?
Let me think. Probably my English class with Mr. Kemp.
All right, cool. Tell me a little bit about your future, man. You're going to graduate in May, so what is next for Tanner Bettis?
I want to go to a 2-year community college and figure out what I want to do. Right now, I'm leaning towards maybe trying to be a pilot, and I think that would really be cool. I want to get in the air soon. Want to get out there.
That's pretty cool. All right, shout out time for you, man. You got anybody out there you like to say hi to?
Shout out to all my friends, my siblings, Christina, Courtney, and Ryan. I love those guys to death, or not guys, but you get what I'm saying. And Chase, Luke, and Connor. I love them.
All right, man. You guys got Bethalto tonight, so I know you haven't seen them this year. Yeah, they're one of those teams in the lower level there, so you haven't seen them this year. So we won't ask you about Bethalto. We'll talk to you about the season that you guys are having. More wins than you did last year when you weren't here. So tell me your thoughts on the season up to this point.
Obviously, you can always be better, but I think that we're doing good, and I'm really excited to see these guys. We're playing more as a team. I've seen a lot of people grow, and I'm proud of what we have going on. And I think that we can finish off the season strong, going to playoffs and running.
Tanner Bettis, thank you for the visit, and good luck to you tonight and in your future.
Thank you.
That is Tanner Bettis, number 27 in your program. We thank him for the visit here with us on the LC's Pub pregame show. We take a break, come back, starters and stats. That's what we have coming your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers, in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that, as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahok Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistance Association. Go Kahawks!
Once again, we welcome you back here to the RP Lumber Center in Edwardsville. Todd Duke is my name. Jason Whitaker joining us on the camera duties once again, as we are just about ready for this game between Collinsville and Bethalto. Collinsville, the home team, they're going to be out there in the white jerseys. Got a little trim of gray and purple and black, and they have the word Kahawks written on the fronts of their jerseys in the old cursive writing. The Bethalto Eagles, they have on the white helmets. Everything else is black and gold. Their primary color is purple as well. That's why I went with gold and purple on the old scoreboard here, because I didn't want to have two purple teams up there. So that's why that one's looking like that. But I wasn't expecting the all-black uniforms, that's for sure. And they have the big eagle on the front, the eagle head on the front of their jerseys. Here are your starters. We'll begin with Bethalto. Your wingers are Grant Rhea on the right side and Carson Landholt on the left side. Your defensemen are Stephen Aldridge and Austin Droit. Your centerman is Jasper Kendall, and in goal is Alexander Riddell. Collinsville is already underway as we get this game going on. Collinsville has on the ice the wingers Austin Whitaker and our pregame guest Tanner Bettis on the left side. Your defensemen are Eric Denny and Chase Hill. Your centerman is Lincoln Duffy, and Landon Radel is in goal for Collinsville. There's a shot on goal by the Kahawks by Denny, and that was a save over there by Riddell, and now a loose puck in the crease, but it's cleaned up there by Bethalto, and they'll swing it all the way around the boards, and that will probably turn into the first icing call of this game. Riddell on the year is in his 17th game, 635 minutes. He has got a goals against average of 5.95 and a save percentage right around 81% in his 635 minutes. And for Landon Radel, he is just in his 5th game this year. Remember, he started the year injured, 168 minutes. He has a goals against average of 5.50 and a save percentage also right at 81%. Bethalto, they control the puck, and here is Jackson Albright. Albright will send it back behind his own net. Collinsville looking to go chase it down. Bettis couldn't get there in time, but Hill, he got it at the blue line and does a nice job of keeping it in, but took a strange bounce off of a skate blade down there along the blue line, and now Collinsville will have to touch it up, and when they do, I believe we're going to have a tripping call against Collinsville. So the Kahawks are going to start this game just about a minute in. Matter of fact, 1 minute and 1 second in, and they're going to give Bethalto a power play here. Leading goal scorer for Bethalto is Jackson Albright. He has 12 goals on the year, and our pregame guest, Tanner Bettis, leads your Collinsville Kahawks. He has 25 goals so far this season, so Collinsville finds themselves shorthanded. They send the puck down to relieve some of that pressure, and going to skate it down is Austin Droit for Bethalto. He'll take it back around his own net and bring it out over here along the near side dasher boards. Through the neutral zone he goes, and trying to get himself around Klein, does so, centers a pass, but that one past its intended target, and then Collinsville will come away with the puck. They're looking for a little short-handed opportunity. They've done that a couple of times this year, and here is Owen Stennett. Stennett into the corner and loses control of the puck, and it comes back out for Bethalto. Eagles through the neutral zone. They tip it into the Collinsville end and center the puck, and that goes over the head of Radel. I don't even think he saw it because he reacted a little late. Off the far side half boards. Comes down. Taken there by Nolan Duffy. He got the puck out, and then Collinsville will send it down to the zone once again. A little over a minute left to go in the Bethalto power play. Collinsville finds himself shorthanded here early on. Here is Klein at the blue line. He'll send it across and try to find Stennett, but that was a waist-high line drive pass, if you will, and Stennett couldn't knock it down, but he doesn't give up on it. Takes it all the way back to the blue line, and he'll send it over into the far side corner. Picked up over there by Collinsville, and then it got knocked away. And Bethalto will go back to work on their power play for another 40 seconds. Into the neutral zone it goes. Albright tries to dipsy-doodle around the defense, couldn't do it, and Collinsville goes back to work. Here's Lincoln Duffy with a little backhand into the Bethalto zone. Loses the puck and then goes back to pick it up, and then gets a little shove from behind. Still staying with it is Duffy, and then Bethalto will take over. Penalty just about over, another 15 seconds, and it will be, as Bethalto has a hard time entering the zone. Here is Albright. Albright at the opposing blue line will send it up across the red line through the neutral zone, and then back to the blue line in the Collinsville end. Over into the far side corner, Albright goes, trying to track that puck down. It's found by Bethalto. They center it, but no one there to do anything with it. And then a loose puck in the high slot as the penalty is over, and Bettis just out of his outstretched stick there. He'll go back behind the Bethalto net and track it down. A little backhand off the dasher boards. He'll come around to the blue line and then backhand one, but it goes over the line, so Collinsville will have to exit the zone. Here is Kitstein. He doesn't even get to the red line before he turns around and heads back the other way. Here is Eric Denny. Denny centers it. Bettis with a shot, but he kind of whiffed on it. And Bethalto finds a loose puck, and they bring it back through the neutral zone. A little floater that goes all the way down past the red line, but they wave off the icing call due to the referees. Collinsville picks it up once again. Here is Kitstein again. He'll get it up to Bettis. Bettis splits the defense from the faceoff circle. Takes a shot that goes wide over on the far side post. Bethalto, they find it. They had a man they could have got on a breakaway, but instead the pass went from east to west instead of north to south, and Bethalto probably had a golden opportunity. Nice job by Eric Denny to keep that puck in, but the backhand pass that was intended for Kitstein got picked up by Bethalto, but Collinsville stays on the puck. Out to Bettis, just past his stick, into the high slot, shot taken, blocked out in the front by the defense, and then Collinsville tries to retreat the puck over in the far side corner. Bettis does, but lost it in the very end of that, and now Collinsville, another nice job keeping it in by Bettis. Here is Denny with a shot and a save by Riddell, and we stay scoreless with 9:32 left to play here in this opening period. Nice to get back to work here after having almost a full week off. That'll change next week. We have more hockey coming up for you Monday and Tuesday. And then we have Wednesday off. Then we have some girls basketball for you on Thursday. And we'll wrap up next week with a little boys basketball for you on Friday. Face-off won by Collinsville, but Klein couldn't keep it in the zone, so he'll retreat and send it back into the neutral zone. Right across the RP Lumber logo. Here is Hens. Hens into the face-off circle, and that was a nice pass, but it deflected the wrong way for Collinsville, and now Bethalto looking to break out here. Here is Quentin Roos. He couldn't control the puck. Hens does. He'll send it over to Klein. Klein will send it back up to the neutral zone. Collinsville trying to chase it down, but Bethalto gets there first. Once again, it's Austin Droit. Droit sends it over here to this side and then through the neutral zone again, and picked up by Ferry. Jace, he'll send it into the neutral zone once again, and right at the penalty boxes, it's picked up there by Bethalto. The Eagles looking to break out. They get it up to Roos, but Roos has a hard time holding on to the puck, so Duffy will send a shot on goal, but it was a slow spinning puck that didn't seem to be any problem for Riddell. And now in the high slot, Collinsville again. Here is Ferry. Ferry, nice couple of moves, trying to find a lane to get a shot. He finally does, and a save by Riddell. And then another shot. That's high off the glass by Klein. And over in front of the Bethalto bench it goes. Eagles looking to break it out. Ferry breaks it up at the red line. Bethalto gets it in anyway. And a shot shoved aside there by Radel. Collinsville, they find the loose puck and send it back into neutral ice. A little hesitation there. Here is Hens. Hens leaves the puck behind him. Collinsville sends it into the zone. Bethalto a little hesitant trying to get the puck out of the zone, but they finally do. And through the neutral zone once again, here is Kirchik. And a little shot there. And a nice pass over to Albright, but nothing doing there as Radel was there to make the save. Now a turnover by Collinsville. Shot that never made it through. It's picked up by the defense, and Collinsville brings it out. Here is Denny. Denny, you know, he's got some speed and he's got some moves, but he just couldn't quite get around the defender there for Bethalto at the last second, or else he would have been homeward bound. Here is Stennett. He gets stood up at the blue line. Collinsville goes back in and plays a little defense. Once again, here is Nolan Duffy. Duffy sends the puck up, trying to spring Denny, but he couldn't. Bettis almost found a loose puck at the blue line, but it just eluded him. And now Bethalto will send it back in once again. 7:10 left to play here in this opening period. No score yet between Collinsville and Bethalto. Here is a Whitaker, the son of our cameraman Jason Whitaker. That would be his son Austin Whitaker, who we talked to earlier this year in the senior interviews. Here is Bettis, sends it to Denny. Denny, high slot, nice move, backhand, and he couldn't get around the final defender to get a true shot on goal. Here is Bettis, turnaround shot. That's shoved aside by Riddell. Collinsville gets the puck back behind the Bethalto goaltender, and Bettis tries to make another move right there in the low slot area, but never could send that one into the proper direction. Albright will send it over to the neutral faceoff zone. Here is Denny. Eric Denny, shot and a save by Riddell. He's made a couple of nice saves so far. Back behind the net, Denny with it. Now over here into the near side corner. Taken care of there by Bethalto. They'll send it back behind their own net and all the way to the other side. Collinsville, they take care of it. Here is Chase Hill. Hill sends it into the corner for Tanner Bettis. Bettis back behind the net once again, looking for someone to pass it to. He had Denny coming up the slot, but the Bethalto defenseman put his stick out just in the nick of time, and that's an icing call against Collinsville. That'll stop the clock with 6:08 left to play here in this first period. Collinsville controlling the shots on goal right now, out shooting Bethalto 10-2. That was iced by Bethalto. I might have said Collinsville. My bad. Collinsville wins the faceoff once again. Klein gets it out front to Ferry. Ferry with a shot and a glove save by Riddell. And that'll stop the clock with 6:02 left to play here in this first period. Collinsville, 4 games left. Of course, they got to pick up that game where they left off from the January 13th game that got got canceled after a pane of glass came out of its gaskets at Granite City. They couldn't fix it, so they decided to call it a night. They'll pick that up tomorrow with Collinsville losing 4-1 with about a little over 10 minutes to go in the second period. And they'll do that tomorrow at 5:10 at Granite City. And then Collinsville will have games Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday next week, and that's it for the regular season. All-Star game is scheduled for February 6th, and then probably February 10th is when they will get the playoffs underway in the Mississippi Valley Club Hockey Association. A little scrum back behind the Bethalto net. Finally, the Eagles are the ones who come away with it, and they send it up to the blue line, but not out. Kitzstein keeps it in, but that one bounced off a couple of different sticks, and Bethalto will go back to work. Eagles with it, no score. 5:05 left to play here in this opening period. Here is Klein, finds a loose puck and sends it back into the offensive zone. All the way to the far corner it goes, and Garrett Wooten, he comes away with it for Bethalto. Sends it up to the half boards, but not out. Klein does a nice job keeping it in again. Found a little 5-hole area there on Landholt, but Bethalto keeps it out. Ferry came up and just picked the pocket of Grant Rhea. And here is Ferry. He goes in, gets a little bit too close, could never pull off the shot. And then back behind the Bethalto net, he finds it again, tries a backhander. That one almost snuck in over on the near side post. Then over on the far side, Eric Denny gets the puck back. Sends it up toward the net, but Bethalto intercepts. They send it back in through the neutral zone. Eric Denny gets there first. The defenseman for Collinsville circles around, comes over the red line, and now into the offensive zone. Looking for an angle to shoot from. Doesn't have one. Sends it in front to Duffy, and Duffy scores. And Collinsville goes ahead by a score of 1-0. Nice little go and give there by Denny to Duffy. And Nolan Duffy gets Collinsville on the board first. And stop by Riddell. Nolan Duffy picks up goal number 4 on the year. And for Eric Denny, he picks up assist number 14 this season. Collinsville goes back to work. Denny sends it up again, and just a little bit too far from the near side post, or that might have had a chance to go in because Riddell, he didn't see it until late. And now a sliding body and a sliding puck. Stinnett couldn't find the puck, and it comes all the way out to Hill. Hill takes a shot, and that's saved by Riddell. And then all the way around the dasher boards it goes, comes out to the neutral zone and picked up there by Eric Denny. Kahawks looking to work it back up again with their 1-0 lead. Denny brings it back up across the center red line. Comes in over on the right wing through the right face-off circle. Trying to plant another one up front, but that one just went under the stick there of Stinnett. Over into the corner it goes. Owen tracks it down, and Stinnett will come away with it, but not for long as Bethalto intercepts that one and sends it up the ice. May not have enough juice. They're going to wave off icing anyway. And it'll be picked up by Chase Hill for Collinsville. Hill brings it all the way around. And a pass that was intended for Stinnett, but went well wide of him. Picked up by Bethalto. Bethalto sends it in. Collinsville tried to send it out. Couldn't find it. And then a shot and a save by Radel. And back at the blue line, another shot and another save by Landon. And Denny, he cleans up the trash. Sends it all the way around the boards and through the neutral zone. Picked up by Aldridge. Arledge, excuse me. I had to do a double take when I looked down there. I'm like, there are D's in the wrong place. Nope, it's not. Arledge. 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 I'll get it right. A little backhander there, and whiff by Brock Green. And the puck ends up going all the way over to the far side. Picked up by Hill first. He'll leave it for Lincoln Duffy. Lincoln throwing his body weight around there, trying to dislodge the puck away from its puck carrier, and then it comes up to Owen Stinnett. Stinnett with his head all the way up, finds Bettis, but Bettis got closed in upon quickly, and now once again Hill with it. He'll send it up to the blue line, but not into the zone long enough to Collinsville to get anything going there. We're under 2 minutes to go in a very fast-moving first period. Thank you very much. These 9:30 starts, man. How's everybody been liking this cold weather here in the Midwest? I, for one, can't stand it. The only thing good about cold weather is Christmas and hockey. Bettis, shot, save on the pads by Riddell. And over into the far side corner it goes. Collinsville trying to dig it out. Bettis is in a little battle there. There's 3 Bethalto players over there, and then Bettis along with Whitaker. But Bettis is the one who comes away with it. He'll try to send one into the slot for Ferry, but it never made it that far. And Bethalto will come away with it. 1:15 to play here in this opening period. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. And back behind the Kahok net it goes. Taken care of there by Ben Klein. He'll send it back to the neutral zone, but Bethalto's got a couple players back, so they have to get out. And by the time they tag up, Collinsville gets a hold of the puck. They send it up, but then it's intercepted once again. And here is Jasper Kendall. Kendall couldn't quite get the shot off. Goes and retreats the puck over in the corner. Sends one up to the net, and Landon Radel will trap it and stop the clock with 49.7 seconds left to play here in this opening period. Got another cold day tomorrow. We'll wake up with temperatures in the single digits. And it looks like we got a warm-up coming up. We got some 40s and 50s coming up next week. That'll feel like paradise. That's a whistle for an offside call there, and we'll do this one all over again. As the PA system blares a little Greta Van Fleet for you. And Collinsville goes back to work. Here is Klein. Brings it into the offensive zone and then gets the puck taken off of his stick on a good play by the Bethalto defense. Didn't get it out, though. Here is Ferry. Ferry puts on a nice move to get past one of those defenders. He'll send it up to the front of the net, and Bethalto will knock it away. Collinsville finds a loose puck again. They'll send a bouncer just a little bit wide, will David Hearn. And then Bethalto will go track the puck down back behind their own net, but a nice job dislodging Pierce, away from the puck. Klein with a shot, and that's swallowed out by Riddell. That'll stop the clock with just 6.6 seconds left to play here in this opening period. Collinsville controlling the shots on goal here, 18-5 in this first period, and the faceoff will come out to the left of Alexander Riddell. Won by Collinsville. They send it into the corner, but Parker couldn't get there before the Bethalto player did. And Bethalto will try to send it out, but they can't. And that's the way that period number 1 comes to a close. Collinsville up 1-0. 18-5, the shots on goal. Back with period number 2 in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville presents the Sports Page Lounge. Come check out Collinsville's newest destination for your sports viewing pleasure. The Sports Page Lounge features a 14-foot 9-screen video wall with games across the spectrum, from college football and basketball to the NFL, NHL, Major League Baseball, and NBA. Pair that with tastefully crafted libations from the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, and you have the perfect atmosphere for your sports viewing pleasure. The Sports Page Lounge, next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery at 115 Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 618-855-8027 for more information. The Sports Page Lounge, a new experience for sports lovers in Collinsville.
Back here at the RP Lumber Center, Todd Duke and Jason Whitaker with you. Glad that you are with us here on a chilly Thursday evening. Only game we have for you this week. Basketball team back in action tomorrow in the Belleville East tournament. They'll be taking on McClure. And then Saturday, they'll finish that tournament up with a battle against Althoff. And that'll do it for that tournament. Lady Kahawks already were knocked out of the Highland tournament after back-to-back losses to Nashville and Triad. Did a nice job against Triad the other night, though only lost by 4 points, 44-40. But nevertheless, a couple of losses and you're out of that tournament. We're back to action here. Collinsville out shooting Bethalto 18-5 in that first period. Bethalto had the only power play but did not score, obviously, as Collinsville leads this 1-0. As we are underway here in the second period, we switch ends of the ice, and there's a save by Riddell. Not a lot of people here tonight. This place had a nice buzzing crowd for that Alton Triad game. It was Alton's senior night, so you figure there's going to be a few more people coming out for that. But with these 9:30 starts on a school night, there's just not a lot of student activity out here for these 9:30 starts. Monday's game against East Alton Wood River at East Alton is a 7:30, or excuse me, that's here, 7:30 start. And then Tuesday we will be at East Alton against Belleville, and that is an 8:45 start. So we'll have a pregame show for you on Monday with a 7:30 start, but we cannot do that on Tuesday with an 8:45 start because we have the last game of the night, so I'll have to wait for the fans to clear the stands before I can even come in and set up my equipment. And then Collinsville will close out the season. 1 week from tonight against Vianney, we will not have that game for you. So the last few regular season games tonight, Monday, and Tuesday for Kahok hockey, and then we'll have to wait and see what the playoff schedule looks like before we make any determination on what games we'll be able to cover. Here is Bettis, and he lost the puck, tried a little backhand to Eric Denny, but it never made it that far. It was taken care of there by DeKemper, and then saved by Landon Radel. I don't even think he knew it was there. He looked behind him and there wasn't a puck there. Referee blew the whistle to stop the clock, and then Radel gets up, and then lo and behold, there's the puck underneath his pads. Face-off will come out to Landon Radel's left, and won by Collinsville, and they control the puck back behind their own net. Here is Tanner Bettis. Bettis sends it up to the neutral zone where it's knocked into the offensive zone by Lincoln Duffy. Wrong side of the red line, but it never made it that far, and Collinsville with a little spinorama there by Lewis. He centers the puck, but no one there to bring it home for Collinsville. Here's a chance for Bethalto. They send it up to the blue line, and then a little spinorama without the puck, and then the puck carrier ends up going over Landon Radel. I have a hard time picking up these numbers on these jerseys here for Bethalto. I believe that was 66. Jackson Albright, yep. Took a little head-first dive over the backside of Mr. Radel in goal there. Collinsville tries to send it back to the blue line, but it bounced over everybody, and that works out in Collinsville's favor because now it's in their offensive zone. A little turnaround by Parker, and that didn't find the proper person. Over into the corner it goes, picked up over there by Kitstein, and then all the way back out to the blue line. Klein with a shot. That goes high and wide off the glass back behind Riddell, and then over to the far side dasher boards it goes. Blues lost tonight 4-2 to Vegas at home at Enterprise Center, so knew it was going to be a difficult task to try to beat the Vegas Golden Knights 2 games in a row. A little scrum, and everybody's whacking at the puck, but it's not going very far, and then Radel will just cover it up. 11:23 to play here, period number 2. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. First period goal by Nolan Duffy. And the face-off once again will come out to Landon Radel's right, or make that his left, I'm sorry. That one's won by Collinsville. Here is Denny. Denny sends the puck on up to Kitstein. Kitstein couldn't control the bouncing puck, and Bethalto will send it back up. They'll go back to work in the Collinsville zone, but not before Eric Denny has something to say about that. Denny puts on a couple of nice moves as usual. Gets around a couple of the guys wearing the black uniforms and comes across the blue line. Denny shot from the face-off circle off the post on the far side, and the rebound picked up by Albright. Albright sends the puck over to this side of the ice, and Collinsville finds it first. And into the neutral zone it goes. Here comes Denny. He and Hearn 2-on-1. Denny takes a shot and a save by Riddell, and the rebound comes out and picked up there by Bethalto. Bethalto sends the puck up. That one's tipped. Nope, they're gonna say it wasn't tipped. I thought I heard it being tipped, but apparently not. So Bethalto ices the puck. Collinsville will get a face-off into the Bethalto zone with 10:39 left to play here in period number 2. Collinsville now out shooting the Eagles 22-9. Face-off out to Riddell's right. Won by Collinsville. Here is Denny. Sends it over in the corner now for Nolan Duffy. Duffy has the only goal in this game thus far. Back out to the blue line. Collinsville keeps it in. Nice job there by Simmons. Didn't give up on it. But Bethalto will take over. Here once again is Rhea. Collinsville couldn't control the puck. And here is Kendall. Comes up into the offensive zone, trying to get himself around Simmons. Collinsville gets the loose puck, and here is Hearn. Hearn comes up along with Stinnett. Stinnett, nice move into the slot, couldn't get the shot off. Hearn with a backhand, that was pushed aside by Riddell. And then over here on the near side, Nolan Duffy almost kept that puck into the zone, but Bethalto will send it out. And once again, here is Kendall. Kendall sends it over to Albright. Albright will pop the puck up in the air. It comes in for Landolt, and he couldn't control it, so Denny will just bank it off the boards, and he'll get it up to the stick of Nolan Duffy. Duffy will give it to Stinnett. Owen comes in, near side post, shot, and that's turned aside by Riddell as well. Off of a shin, and it comes all the way down. Eric Denny will track it down. 9:25 to play here in period number 2. Here is Eric Denny. Sends the puck up to the neutral zone to Owen Stinnett. Stinnett, he'll just float one down, and that one you got to be careful with, as that was fluttering and bouncing, but Riddell did a nice job staying with it. Meanwhile, Hins got knocked on his keister. And that'll stop the clock with 9:15 left to play, and it looks like we might have a little something going on with Riddell down there. He's got his mask up and checking to make sure all of his teeth are in the same place. He appears to be okay, so we'll get back to action here. Face-off will come out to Riddell's right. Here is Tanner Bettis, but that one's won by Bethalto. They'll send it up the near side boards, and then they'll send it back into the corner. Knocked out of midair by Nolan Duffy. And then a loose puck picked up by Collinsville. A little backhand try, trying to spring Bettis free. Now Tanner Bettis, the leader in goal for Collinsville, finds the puck, turns around, tries a little wraparound shot, and did not accomplish the feat, as it once again is stopped by Riddell. So Riddell has stopped 25 of the 26 shots that he has seen. He's made some pretty good saves. Collinsville wins the faceoff. Here is Klein out at the blue line. Sends it over to Ferry. Ferry will send it into the middle to Bettis. Bettis had his stick lifted for a second. Sends it back over to Lincoln Duffy. Duffy with a backhand. Back over to Bettis in the left side faceoff circle. Bettis comes in. Saved by Riddell again. Bettis finds his own rebound. Goes back behind the net and brings it all the way out. Back to the blue line. He'll circle and start again. Sends it over to Lincoln Duffy. Duffy, he'll take a ride back behind the net. Looking for that backhand rebound shot as well, but never could find the handle on it. And then a floater comes all the way back to the neutral zone. Picked up there by Jace Ferry. Collinsville back to work. Here is Klein. Klein trying to get out of the way of Bettis. And then back to the blue line. Duffy with it. He'll send one up into the corner. Bettis takes control from there. And he'll put the brakes on, do a little reverse, come back the other way. And at the top of the faceoff circle, high slot. Tries to send one over to Lincoln Duffy, but that one got deflected a little bit wide. And then Duffy takes a little shove from behind. No call on the play. And here is Bettis. Bettis has the puck back behind the net. Comes out into the faceoff dot. Circles around again. High slot. Sends one to Klein. Klein with a little fluttering puck. And that one finds the glove of Riddell as well. And Collinsville doing all they can to extend this lead, but right now it stays at 1-0. 28-9 are the shots on goal in favor of Collinsville. 7:45 left to play here in this second period, and the faceoff once again will come out to Riddell's right. It'll be Kitstein in there for Collinsville. Wins the faceoff, and the Collinsville Canucks couldn't keep it in after that, though. Here is DeKemper, who was in the faceoff circle as well. He'll take a shot, but that's blocked out by Eric Denny. Then Denny gets squeezed off the play by a couple of Bethalto Eagles players. A little backhand through the neutral zone, and a race for the puck. Collinsville trying to get there first. They can't. Hearn did a nice job trying to outrace the Bethalto Eagle, but he just couldn't do it. And now Hearn back behind the Eagles net. Couldn't find the handle on the puck to get a shot. Comes out to Eric Denny. Denny with a shot that goes high and wide of the near side post. Over into the far side corner it goes. Here is Kitstein battling for the puck. Collinsville finds it. Kitstein sends it up to Parker. Parker trying to get it from backhand to forehand because Hearn was in the slot ready to go. And that never materialized. Up against the boards at the end of the Collinsville bench. Caught in the skates there for a moment for one of the Bethalto players. Collinsville gets it back, and here is Eric Denny. Denny sends it up off of the boards, and into the neutral zone it goes. And here is Parker. Parker into the corner. Sends it back to the blue line. Denny trying to squeeze it past the defender. Does so. Hearn, he'll send it all the way back around the net. 6.5 to go here in this second period. 1-0. Collinsville hanging on, but looking for more. In front of the Collinsville bench here is Duffy. Gets it out to Simmons. And then once again, Nolan Duffy with it. Duffy in the face-off circle tries to center one, but Hearn was already moving the other direction, and he never could catch up with it. And now here in this near side corner, sent up the boards, and Denny will take over at center ice. Eric Denny, one of the other seniors we interviewed earlier this year, takes control of the puck and then has it knocked right off of his stick, but he'll go back and get it because he never gives up on a play. And then back into the neutral zone it goes. Simmons will send it over here for Caden Hens. Hens finds Owen Stennett. Stennett tries to get it to Denny, but overshot him. And Collinsville will chase it down once again. Here is Hens. Hens sends the puck up to Nolan Duffy, but he couldn't control the puck. It went too hard off of his stick, and he never could catch up with it. And now here is Eric Denny. Denny, he'll take it in across the blue line. Into the far side face-off circle. Does a little spinorama. Sends one right through the crease. And comes out the other side over here for Hens. Hens will send it back behind the Eagles' net. 5:15 to go here in this second period. Still 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. Kahawks with the puck. Here's Ferry. Ferry will send it up to Nolan Duffy. Duffy, he'll find Stennett. Stennett almost takes the head off of the referee. And the puck ends up going back behind the Eagles' net. And then they kind of pay for it with a little collision there. Now the puck in the neutral zone. Picked up by Ferry. Jace comes across the blue line. Got all kinds of competition to deal with there. And Stennett couldn't swat at the puck to keep it going. But Ferry finds the handle once again. He'll fight for it back behind the Eagles' net. And then off the back of the boards, back behind that net it goes. And then Bethalto will get a hold of it. And a penalty coming up here against Bethalto as soon as they touch the puck. Collinsville and Owen Stennett, and Radel goes to the bench, and there's the touch-up, though, and that will give Collinsville their first power play of this game. 4:26 left to play here in period number 2. Kahawks will get their first man advantage opportunity here. As going into the penalty box is Jasper Kendall, the center for Bethalto. A little cross-checking call. And the face-off once again will come to the right of Riddell. Bettis wins the face-off, taken care of there by Stennett. He'll send it over to the far side to Klein. Klein over to Lincoln Duffy, who tries to leave it back behind the net for Tanner Bettis, but he overskated the puck, and Bethalto will send it out to relieve some of that pressure. Here is Stennett. Stennett trying to spring Bettis into the neutral zone, and then the pass intended for Bettis was actually behind him, so the only thing that did was hit him in the skate. Excuse me, here is Klein. Klein gets it up. Here is Bettis. Bettis, slot, backhand. That was off the near side or the far side post as well. It's 2 posts that Collinsville has hit here in this second period. 1:15 to go in the man advantage here for the Kahawks. Here is Owen Stennett. Stennett back behind his own net. Leaves it there for Bettis. Bettis will send it back up to Ferry. Ferry just taps the puck up to Stennett, and Stennett will send it over into the far side corner. Duffy, that's Lincoln, trying to track it down. He couldn't get there, but Stennett, he finds a loose puck over here in the near side faceoff circle. Sends one back behind the net once again for Lincoln Duffy. Duffy surveys things. Back over off the side of the net. He was trying to go behind the net once again for Owen Stennett, but he hit the side of the net instead. That allowed Bethalto to get a hold of the puck. 40 seconds left to go in the Bethalto penalty. Here comes Collinsville. Stennett. And the Collinsville Kahawks have not changed their power play unit here on this drive. And there was a nice shot by Klein, but that was a little bit high and wide. And then over into the far side corner it goes. Collinsville, 20 seconds left to go in their man advantage. Kahawks come out, and that one's sent all the way back down. And Collinsville is going to run out of power play time here. They may have one more opportunity for another rush up the ice. And here come the Kahawks. Here is Eric Denny. Denny brings it across the neutral zone logo here at the RP Center. Takes a shot. That's wide glove side of Riddell. Power play is over. Back out onto the ice is Kendall. And each team now 0 for 1 on the power play. And then Kendall takes a shot, and that's swallowed up with the glove by Radel. And that'll stop the clock with 2:17 left to play here in period number 2. Face-off will come out to the left of Landon Radel. Won by Collinsville. Here is Eric Denny. Denny will send the puck all the way back around the boards, but not out until, still kept in by Bethalto. Nice job on the keep-in. Bethalto going to work. Little backhand shot that goes a little wide on the glove side of Landon Radel. Into the near side corner it goes. Collinsville knocked off the puck. Kiltstein trying to wrestle it away, and he finally gets the puck up to Eric Denny. Denny comes up here on the left wing, gets past one defender, and in front takes a shot and a goal, and there it is. Eric Denny will give his team a little bit of breathing room. 1:49 left to play here in this second period. And it's 2-0 in favor of Collinsville. So Eric Denny will pick up his 13th goal of the year. And we'll go back to work. Bethalto had it for a moment in the neutral zone, but that tipped off a puck, and unfortunately for Collinsville, David Hearn was already in the zone when Eric Denny brought it across the line. 91 seconds left to play here in this second period. And here is Bethalto looking for their first goal in here in this game, and that one's off of the glove of Radel. Picked up by Denny. He backhands it on top of the face-off circle over here on the near side, and then it goes back behind the Kahok net once again. Over in the corner, chopped at a couple of times by both players from each team, and they still are going at it. But now Eric Denny finds the loose puck back behind the net. He'll bring it up the boards, and he just scored a goal. Collinsville's got a little 3-on-2 going on here. Here is Denny, face-off circle shot, and that one is tipped high and out of play. .2 seconds left to play here in period number 2. Collinsville out shooting Bethalto 30-13. And Bethalto will win that face-off. Back to the neutral zone it goes, and a little bit of a race for the puck. And in the lead is Grant Rea, but we're going to have a penalty coming up, I believe. Or either that or it's going to be an icing call. I think it's an icing call. It will be. So a nice effort there by Bethalto, but they sent it down on the wrong side of the red line and couldn't get there in time to touch it up to avoid the icing. So the faceoff will come down once again to the left, or make that the right of Riddell. Over to the far side corner it goes. We are about 40 seconds away from ending the second period, and a little 2-on-1 opportunity, but a nice job by Jace Ferry to stand up at the blue line and poke that puck away before Bethalto could make it a little dangerous. But Bethalto still controls the puck until Radel jumps on top of it, stops the clock with 29.6 seconds to play here in this second period. And to the neutral zone we go. And that one's popped up into the air. Collinsville finds it. Here is Hens. Hens with a lot of speed coming up here on the left wing. Will backhand one through the crease, but no one there to knock it home for Collinsville. Here is Nolan Duffy. Duffy had the goal in the first, sends it into the high slot. Stinnett with a turnaround shot that never made it all the way through. And back at the blue line, Klein takes a shot. That one popped up in the air. Another loose puck. Smacked at by Nolan Duffy. Tried twice to get that past Riddell, and Riddell was having none of it. And that is how period number 2 comes to a close. And we'll come back with third period action right after a timeout here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside. Got questions about Medicare? If you're approaching the age of 65, the answer to that question is a resounding yes. Bill Holton is a former Collinsville Raider and Kahok football player and is now an independent broker with Senior Health Plans, and he can answer all of those tough questions when it comes to Medicare. Which plan, which part, what's covered, and what's not. If you're approaching the age of Medicare and need those questions answered, let Bill Holton get you those answers. Bill Holton with Senior Health Plans. Call him today at 618-978-2306 or email Bill Holton at william.holton@yahoo.com.
Back here at the RP Lumber Center, Todd Duke and Jason Whitaker on the camera once again for us tonight. We'll be back here Monday, 7:30 game. A rare 7:30 start for your Collinsville Cahoks. 24 games on the schedule this year, and only 7 times did we have the start in the 7 o'clock hour. Everything else has been in the 9 o'clock hour or later. Well, I mean, you're not going to count tomorrow's because tomorrow's was there was a giveaway there, and Radel swallows it up. 31-15, shots on goal. So Collinsville outshot Bethalto in that second period, 13-10. After out shooting them 18-5 in the first, and then a goal by Bethalto. And that kind of shocked Radel. Scored by Stephen Arledge. And it's just 12 seconds into the third period. And all of a sudden, it's a one-goal game once again. Cahoks win the faceoff. Here is Tanner Bettis. Bettis brings it up ice with a purpose and throws it in front. And then a goal by Lincoln Duffy on the little scrum in front afterwards. And Collinsville gets that goal right back. So the Duffy boys have both scored here tonight. That was just 11 seconds after Bethalto got their first goal. I didn't even have time to do my scoreboard here. So Collinsville goes up 3-1 after just giving up a goal that made it 2-1. 13:20 left to play here in this third period, and a whistle for icing. We'll bring it back down and have another face-off here in front of Alexander Riddle. You will not get rich winning the 50-50 at these hockey games, folks, that's for sure. $9. Well, you know, when you have a 9:30 start and there's just not a lot of people here, that's going to happen. Here is Eric Denny back behind the Collinsville net, getting a little push from behind by Kruschik. Collinsville comes away with it. Here is the aforementioned Eric Denny. Denny tried to bring it in. I think he thought that one of his guys might be offside, so he kind of got fooled a little bit. Another shot. That one never made it on goal, and that was blocked out by the defense. Here is Parker. Parker will send it over in front of his own bench, and then it gets backhanded. Eric Denny puts on a couple of nice moves again, trying to get out of some trouble. And will circle around with it a little more, and he'll take it back behind his own net. Now he picks his head up and surveys things. Brings it out, and then travels back into the same direction from which he came. Denny. He draws traffic wherever he goes. And that's going to be an icing call against Collinsville, so we'll bring the faceoff back down to the other side now. 12-12 left to play here, period number 3. We will not have a post-game show. We don't have much of one anyway after hockey games. But we're just going to go ahead and wrap things up once this game ends because, 5:45 comes awfully early in the morning. Always does. That's just the way 5:45 works. Here is Hens. Hens takes it back behind the goal, occupied by Riddell. Brings it all the way out to this side. Now a puck at the blue line, picked up once again by Bethalto. They come in and they're offside. Just offside. Grant Rea brought the puck in, but Brock Green already had both of his skates over the blue line, and the referee was right there along the blue line to call it. 11:49 to play, third period action. And that puck popped up into the air. Collinsville trying to track it down, but getting there first was Carson Landolt. And then back behind the Kahok net, couple bumping and shoving going on there. Comes all the way out, high slot, shot saved by Radel. And then over into the far side corner it goes. Jace Ferry trying to track it down. He couldn't get there. Bethalto does. They tried to send one up into the slot area where he was laying. Oh, and another goal that squeaks in over on the near side post by Radel. And all of a sudden it's a 3-2 game. Say 88 or 28? So the Kahawks, and they almost got it right back again. And just missing a wide open backdoor shot there by Bettis. And now Bethalto looking for a chance to tie. That one goes high and back off the glass and sitting right there back behind Landon Radel. Luckily, on the other side of the goal, not inside the goal, here is Eric Denny. Denny comes in with a burst of speed, and he'll send a floater to the net, trying to get Bettis over there once again on that far side post. Couldn't do it. Bethalto comes out with it once again. Nolan Duffy runs this guy right into the Kahawk bench. Out at the blue line, Green, he tries to take care of it. Falls down before he can. Then he spins around, takes it into the zone, but there's Eric Denny to stop that progress. He'll send it up. Collinsville 2-on-1. Here is Bettis over to Nolan Duffy, but off of Duffy's skates, and he never could get a shot on goal. Perfect 2-on-1 opportunity there for Collinsville. As Bettis drew the only guy back, so he had no choice but to pass it. Unfortunately, it went off of Nolan's skates. And he couldn't get a shot on goal. 10 minutes to play here in this third period. 3-2, close game. Collinsville still out shooting Bethalto, 36-19. Kahawks get the puck and send a floater out to the neutral zone, but it's picked off in midair with the glove of Green, but then Green throws it right onto the stick of Denny. Denny backhands it through the neutral zone and almost taken in by Collinsville's Kitstein, but Kitstein had a defender right behind him who got that puck before he could get to it. Here is Green once again. Green circles with it. Collinsville picks it off and throws one up front, but they had a guy already back there standing in front of the crease to take care of that one, did the Eagles. Parker sends it down, trying to track it down. Can't do so, but then a backhand shot almost finds the stick of Kitstein. Now Bettis, he was the one who comes away with it. Bettis goes back behind the Bethalto net, but the puck bounced off the back of the net and he couldn't continue carrying. Now Bettis gets it right back, throws one up in front, and Parker with a little spinorama in the slot. Now Denny sends one over here to the near side for Bettis. Bettis couldn't find a good shooting lane and then takes the shot, and the rebound comes back out. Here is Eric Denny once again. Denny up against the boards, trying to find another pass to Bettis, and almost completed that task too. Now a rolling puck picked up by Bethalto, but Denny, he intercepts the pass and sends it back in, puts on another nice move, and then sends it over and couldn't pull the trigger once again. This time it was Trevor Parker who had the opportunity. Here is Bettis. Bettis in front, shot and a save by Riddell. Riddell I believe that he came out of there, ripped his helmet off, and went straight to the bench. I don't know if something's wrong with him or something's wrong with his helmet. He got hit in the midsection with that puck. You heard the thud, but he's going to have to maybe come out here for a minute. He is going to come out for a minute, and Teddy Watson is going to come in. Looks like Riddell's having a little bit of a hard time catching his breath over there. Well, he got the wind knocked out of him with that shot from Bettis right in the chest. So Teddy Watson comes out real quick. And you know that Collinsville would like to test him with not enough time to warm up or anything. 8:20 left to play here in this third period. Watson, it's only his 4th appearance on the varsity side this year. Has a 5.55 goals against average and a save percentage right at 81%, just like his teammate Riddle did. And there's another stop by Landon Radel. 8:09 left to play here in this third period. Looks like Riddle may have went back to the locker room. There's a shot by Bethalto. That squeezes through everybody, and then a scrum in front of the net. Referee blows his whistle as Radel jumps on the loose puck to stop the action. Now he's just on the other side of the glass is Riddell, and looks like he's trying to regain his composure over there. And the face-off will come out to the left of Landon Radel. Won by Collinsville. Into the corner it goes. Eric Denny gets tripped up. Tries to string a pass on the seat of his pants, and then a shot that's popped up into the air after the initial save by Radel, and then the puck ends up going in, and we are tied at 3. .746 left to play here in this third period, and it's a brand new game. I can never understand what these people say on these microphones. Here is Eric Denny after Collinsville wins the faceoff. They bring it into the zone. Shot that just flies right over the head of Watson. Watson's looking over to the bench to see if his teammate Riddell is going to come back out and take his place. That puck ends up going over the netting, and I don't think it came back. Here is Collinsville. Here is Bettis. Bettis with a little flip pass over to Lincoln Duffy that never made it to Lincoln. Now out at the blue line, Eric Denny settles the puck down, takes a shot off of the backboards, and then back out in front it goes once again. Here is DeKemper. DeKemper sends one up into the neutral zone. Bethalto going back to work after they've worked real hard to tie this thing up, and that's exactly what they've done. We are tied 3-3. Collinsville still controlling the shots on goal, 39-25. Here is Parker. Sends one over to Duffy. Duffy right through the crease. Parker from one knee sends a backhand toward the net. That almost made it through. And now a loose puck that goes through the neutral zone, picked up by Eric Denny. Denny will go back behind his own net. Come out over on the far side post. Cuts up the middle. Gets around one defender. Gets around another defender. Comes in over the blue line. Up against the boards. Looking for a pass, and he passes it all the way through everybody until Bettis finds a loose puck over at the blue line, and then Bettis had the puck knocked off of the blue line, and he'll have to go back and retreat, which he does, and now with his head up, banks one for Showmaker. Showmaker lets it go over to Denny. Denny gets squeezed up against the boards, and that allows Kendall to come up with the puck for Bethalto. Collinsville gets it back, though. Stinnett gets his feet taken out from underneath him, and Bethalto comes back up again. Here is Radel. Radel shoves the puck over into the far side, and then it comes right back out after Bethalto got there first. Denny sends the puck up, trying to spring Bettis. Bettis trying to get there first. He does so, but Bethalto will get there second. They'll find the loose puck and come back in through the neutral zone. 6 minutes to go here in this third period. We are tied at 3. Here is Klein. Klein to Bettis. Bettis has that one swept aside by Radel as he was picking up the loose puck. And now Bethalto finds it. They'll send it all the way out to the high slot. Shot on goal, saved by Radel. Return shot after the rebound. and Landon Radel covers it up. And we will stay tied at 3-3. Three to 3, 5:38 left to play here in this third period. Collinsville had a 1-0 lead after one, a 2-0 lead after two, but Bethalto has fought all the way back. And now we are tied at 3. Here's a little floater that finds Klein. Klein gloves it down, sends it up into the neutral zone to Stinnett. Stinnett couldn't continue. Collinsville goes back and plays some defense once again. They'll send it all the way up, but Hins couldn't find the handle on the puck. Bethalto, they take care of it. It comes out through the neutral zone once again, picked up by Denny. Denny. Each team has had a power play. Neither one was able to convert with the man advantage. Bethalto got theirs in the first. Collinsville got theirs in the second. And here comes the Kahawks. And a little spinorama shot there by Stinnett, but he hits the side of the net instead as he was falling down to his knees as he was doing that. Here is Denny. Shot, goal! Eric Denny from the slot gives Collinsville back the lead at 4-3. .445 left to play here in this third period. Collinsville goes back out front. And the faceoff, won by Bethalto. Collinsville, they get it though in their defensive zone. Send it up across the blue line once again. Now Nolan Duffy trying to track it down, trying to get around Droit. Couldn't do so, but Duffy finds the handle anyway. And another shot opportunity here for Collinsville, as Alexander Riddell is back in goal again for Bethalto. Nice to see him come back in. Never want to see anybody get hurt to the point where they can't play. Here comes Collinsville again. And Hins couldn't keep the puck controlled long enough to get a shot on goal, but it ends up finding its way to Riddell. And that'll stop the clock with 4:07 left to play here in this third period. Timeout has been called, so we will step aside for just a moment as well. Back after this timeout on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Looking for a new place to catch the game with cold drinks and great food? Look no further than 1101 Bar & Grill in Caseyville. 1101 Bar & Grill features pizza, burgers, wraps, and salads, plus 7 large screen TVs to catch the latest Kahok games and all the pro sports across the spectrum, plus all the college football and basketball you can handle. 1101 Bar & Grill in Caseyville, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Call 1101 Bar & Grill for carryout orders at 618-223-1332.
Back to action here at the RP Lumber Center. Here is Denny looking for the hat trick. Couldn't find it. And a loose puck in front. And Collinsville finds it. Here is Denny back at the blue line. He'll take another shot toward the goal. That one shoved aside by Riddell. Into the corner it goes for Tanner Bettis. Bettis in a little bit of a battle there. Lost that battle as Bethalto gets the puck out to the neutral zone. Kahawks find it, send it back, but not all the way into the zone yet. Bettis pokes at it up against the boards here. Now Parker with it. Gets it over to Duffy. And Lincoln Duffy doing everything he can to track that puck down. Comes in front, and Bettis with a shot and a goal. And a save. That was a save by Riddell. That was a nice save. Bettis was right on the doorstep. And Riddell flashed that glove out there. And that will stop the action with 3:26 left to play here in this third period. Collinsville wins the faceoff again. Denny with a shot. That one goes high off the glass behind Riddell. All the way over to the far side dasher boards. Picked up by Bettis. Sends it over to Denny. Denny sends it back into the zone, but it doesn't stay there for very long. And now here is Ferry. Ferry uses the glass to his advantage and sends it all the way back down behind the Bethalto goal. Into the corner it goes. Bethalto, they come away with it, looking to tie it up once again. 3 minutes to go here in this third period. 4-3 in favor of Collinsville. Back behind the Kahok goal it goes, but Collinsville picks the pocket of the Bethalto player, sending it all the way out to the blue line. Nice job keeping it in. And a shot on goal off of the stick of Green after he did jump. I mean, he jumped pretty high with some skates on and came away with the puck, and then he had a shot on goal as well. There's a flutterer right into the glove of Landon Radel, and he has a hard time controlling it. Finally does so and gets it out. Collinsville looking to bring it back up. Here is Denny. Denny sends it back behind for Ferry, but Ferry, he lost the puck, and then he tries a little push up against the boards to get that puck back. Comes out to the other side. Bettis is there off of his skates, and off of the skates back to the neutral zone it goes. Here is Collinsville. Stinnett with a shot. That one goes wide over at the far side post. Into the corner, he'll find his own loose puck. Sends it up to Nolan Duffy. Or excuse me, that is Lincoln Duffy. Duffy back behind the net. Into the corner. Leaves it back there for Bettis. Bettis tries to float one out front and springs Stinnett. Stinnett with a little spinorama, and then a shot in the goal by Lincoln Duffy. And Collinsville has a little breathing room now. Lincoln Duffy gets his second goal of the night. This one comes with just 1:46 left to play here in this third period and gives Collinsville a 5-3 lead. Boy, oh boy, did they need that. Oh, 71. I thought it was 17. All right. So Owen Stinnett scores that goal. Probably was 71. Just looked like 17. I don't know. Here's Klein. Klein comes all the way in, tries to take a shot from the high slot, but that was kind of stuck there. And there is Riddell with his glove once again on a blistering shot there by Caden Hins from the blue line. And that will stop the clock with 1:14 left to play here in this third period. And the faceoff will come out to the left of Riddell. Shot by Duffy right off of that faceoff win by Collinsville, and Riddell flashes the glove once again. "51 shots on goal in this game for Collinsville. It's a shot on goal fest here, and that one comes out front, and the loose puck picked up then by Bethalto. They bring it back out. 1 minute to go here in this period. Collinsville up by 2. They intercept the puck due to the Kahawks. They send it out to Lincoln Duffy off of the stick of Klein. Here comes Duffy over on the left wing, and then Parker. That pass was intended for him, but he just got flat out taken out of the play by Green. And now back at the blue line, Collinsville will skate around with the puck for a while and try to chew up some of that time. Duffy will retreat all the way back down in front of his own goal. Off of the boards in front of his bench. Picked up by Bethalto. They try to move it forward but can't. Here is Tanner Bettis. He finds the loose puck. He's got 3 guys to deal with. He comes in, takes the shot. Can't get the one past Riddell though. And then Bettis, slot, shot. And Eric Denny vying for the hat trick once again. Almost got it there, but a save by Riddell with 19.4 seconds left to play here in this third period. One of the rare games where they don't take any time off the clock. Let them play all 14 minutes of 3 periods. Face off won by Bethalto. They bring it up through the neutral zone, but they're running out of time to do anything with it since they're down by 2 goals. Here is Kendall. Kendall lost the puck, finds it, and almost took off the referee's head again. And around the horn it goes, and Collinsville will touch it up and send it in front of their net, and that's going to do it. Collinsville wins this one here tonight, 5-3. They outshoot Bethalto 53-29 in this contest, and Collinsville evens their record out at 10-10 on the year. And that is going to go ahead and do it for us. We will see you again on Monday. We have some more hockey for you right here in this very building as Collinsville will take on East Alton Wood River in a 7:30 game. We'll be on the air around 7:10 or so. We don't have a game before that, but these things in these places never start on time anyway. So that's when we will be with you next. We got hockey coming up for you Monday and Tuesday, girls basketball Thursday, boys basketball on Friday, all next week. A big thank you to Tanner Bennis for joining us in the pregame show. Another big thank you to Jason Whitaker for manning the camera for us. My name is Todd Duke, and everyone enjoy what's left of your Thursday evening.